Welcome to the 515 Real to Real podcast where we discuss film, television, and all things related to the industry. Welcome to the show. My name is Bruce Nix, and this is...
I'm your man, JT. Bruce. Here we go.
Man, it's time, man. The very first episode of the 515 Real to Real podcast, man. Tell them a little bit about yourself, Johnny.
Well, like Bruce was saying, I'm Johnny. Everybody calls me JT. Filmmaker, writer, creator, producer.
Award-winning filmmaker, writer, producer.
Award-winning producer, director, extraordinaire, the man Bruce.
Appreciate that,
man. Yeah, man.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that,
so, Bruce, people are wondering why. Why are we doing a podcast? You know, there's over 2 million podcasts out there.
Right.
So why do they need another one, and why should we be the ones to host it?
Well, I mean, this is something that we're passionate about. We love television and film. We talk about it all the time. And one thing I said to Johnny is like, man, we talk about this all the time. Why not just talk about it amongst our peers and other people that may have an interest in the same thing, man? And, you know, just see how well it does and just kind of go from there, man.
Yeah, so we're inviting you all to join in our conversation and some of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. So, hey, we decided to do this right here, man.
That's right, man.
Yeah, man.
That's right, man. So I guess we're going to go ahead and just let's jump into it, man.
Man, let's do it. We're going to start with a little bit of entertainment news. So, man, AMC Theaters is set to cut prices on Wednesdays by 50%. What you think about that?
Man, I think that's awesome, man. I'm actually an A-list member. I love AMC Theaters, and so I think this is big, especially for the summertime. Kids being home and, you know, families getting back out to the theaters. And I think that's one thing they're trying to do, get people to come back to the theaters, because since COVID happened, you know, a lot of people have kind of been missing from the theater. So
yeah, man,
that's one way to get them back.
Definitely. So like Bruce was saying, he's an AMC StubHub member. So you have to be an AMC StubHub member in order to get the 50% off on Wednesdays. So it's not hard to do. All you have to do is go and download their app and sign up for it, and you'll be good to go.
Well worth the price.
Definitely. So, and like you were saying, you know, it's a way to get moviegoers back out to the theaters. That's what their AMC's chairman and CEO was talking about. So, man, that's going to be great. That actually starts in July. And they're also doing a $3 kids summer movie list, which will start June 23rd through August 13th. So go to AMC and you can look up and see what those kids movies are for this year, and they're only $3. So that's good. Regal Cinema is also doing something. They're offering $1 ticket for family movies on Tuesdays and Wednesdays during the summer. And this is going to run from June 10th to August 6th. And this promotion applies to the first showtime of each day. So early movies, when the movie theater opens up on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can take the family for these family movies, and it only costs you $1.
That's huge, man. One thing is saving parents, you know, money in their pockets, and also, again, it's just getting people back out to the theaters, man.
Yeah, man. And then they're also going to do some snack prices and things of that nature. And then, you know, all the kids love ice cream, so they got those Dippin' Dots. You can get those for $3.
Man, that's amazing. It's amazing. Like, and if you're somebody that likes to go to the movies like I do, then it's well worth the price.
Yeah. So, and then in other news, one of my favorite shows I grew up on. I don't know if I ever told you this, but growing up, I wanted to be a singer.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I wanted to be a singer. I'm not gonna sing for y'all today, not at all. But Netflix is bringing back Star Search.
Okay.
And it's going to be interactive. You'll be able to. It'll be a live show. It'll be interactive with the audience at home. You'll be able to live vote for your favorite contestant on that particular episode and help those people move on to becoming a star.
Awesome, man. I used to love Star Search growing up. Many of our favorite entertainers that are out today got their start on Star Search.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence. Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
I think Beyonce, Alicia, the late, great Aaliyah.
Yeah.
A number of entertainers got their start on Star
Dave
Search.
Chappelle, Sinbad, others.
The list goes on.
Yeah, man. So that's it. You know, I love that. And
and I also saw that they're bringing back American Gladiators as well.
Yes, American Gladiators will be coming back for all you tough, buff goers, you know, and you ready for that? To see some people get knocked down and all that good stuff, man. American Gladiators was always a great show.
It's like they're bringing back the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s was a great decade. That was our time.
80s and 90s.
Yeah, 80s and 90s.
Love it, man.
Yeah, I love that time, man. Now, Bruce, one of your favorite directors, Christopher Nolan.
Oh, yeah.
His new movie, The Odyssey, is being filmed totally 100% with IMAX cameras.
Man, I'm super excited about this one, man. I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. Love all of his work, man. And just to know that he's filming this completely in IMAX. I know he's dabbled in, shooting a few scenes from previous movies.
Yeah, man. He started back in 2008 using some IMAX cameras for some of his stuff. But to see him going fully IMAX with this Odyssey film, and again, this is the first time a film has ever been filmed 100% with IMAX cameras.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for that one. I'll be at the theater opening day for that one, man. Looking forward to it. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Zendaya, I think is in it.
Yeah, Zendaya.
Man, great cast. Anne Hathaway, tremendous cast, man. So I'm super excited about that.
Now, you say you're going to be there opening night, but Christopher, if you're watching this show,
definitely in IMAX.
Yeah, you can definitely invite us to the premiere.
For sure.
We'll love to be there. Love to do the podcast live, possibly.
Hey,
have you on the show.
Yes, for sure.
Man. So that's that, man. And we are here in the great state of Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Atlantic City, Birmingham,
Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama. Sweet home,
so,
Alabama.
this is a great place for filmmakers, for actors, producers, directors, everyone to come, man, and film some of their projects. So if you're looking for some great places to film, and you're looking, to get yourself started, come on here to Alabama, man. Some great films have been filmed here, like Big Fish, 42, Selma, Get Out was even filmed here in Alabama. And then, they have The Life of Chuck, which is getting ready to come out. That film was filmed here as well. And then as far as television, we had some great reboots that was filmed here in Alabama. The Wonder Years, which was one of the greatest shows that I watched growing up, the reboot was filmed here in Alabama. So if you're thinking and you're looking for places to film, come on over to Alabama and check us out.
Yeah, man. It's awesome to see the amount of films that have been coming out of Alabama, like over the last few years. I know there's been some, like Morgan Freeman shot a film here. I think either last year or the year before last. Matthew McConaughey, Tom Hiddleston just wrapped up The Life of Chuck, like you just mentioned, not too long ago. And it comes out this year. Excited about that. So, man, just really excited about what the state of Alabama is doing with the incentives and trying to get filmmakers to come and make their films here.
That's right. And before we move on, we wanted to do some fun stuff too, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna do some fun stuff.
Do some fun stuff.
Do some fun stuff. We're not just gonna talk about movies and give you entertainment stuff, but we want to talk about some fun stuff. Do some fun stuff as well on this show. So I got a trivia question for you and for the audience.
Okay, so what's the trivia?
All right,
question,
so the trivia question of the day is: what director has made it to the $100 million club with his directorial debut?
Am I supposed to answer that right now?
No, don't answer right now.
Okay.
But think about it. Think about it. You all think about it, and if you got some answers, send it to us. All of our social media stuff. African American director.
Okay.
African American director who made it to the $100 million club with his directorial debut.
Okay, I'll think about it.
You'll think about it?
I'll think about it.
All right, so if you know, put it in the chat, send it to us. You may win a t-shirt. You may win something. You may just get a thumbs up. I don't know. This is the first show. So we're waiting for some bucks to come on in. But hey, like you said, we give you a thumbs up or something. So if you think about it, let us know.
Man, next up on the 515 Real to Real podcast, man, very excited about this segment, Johnny, man. Good friend of ours, filmmaker Cruz Johnson is joining us on the podcast today, man. Cruz, how you doing, man?
Squad, we in here, are we, man? What's up, family? What's up, Johnny? What's up, Bruce?
What's up, man?
You know it's time. It's about time. We here. Let's talk.
So Cruz, if you don't mind telling our audience, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how you got your start, man.
Obviously, I'm from the city. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Born and raised, South Side, near the Southtown area, all of that. Raised by two good parents, man. So creativity was always the thing for me. Music was my first love, and then film came into the picture. And my passion, man, is to tell our stories, man.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got your start in filmmaking and kind of just transition to kind of where we are today?
I mean, obviously, going from high school, man, I really had the passion to get into film. I joined the military. Did that for 8 years.
Thank you for your
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Thank you. We just have to sometimes just step out, and I did, and went overseas, went to Kuwait. But before that, I just left from Art Institute of Atlanta, did that for a year, Art Institute of Atlanta, and came back to Birmingham, and I was just so hungry to find a community to support me, a way to get in the film, just to be behind the camera, get in front of the camera. Met this wonderful lady named Shelly Lane. Shout out to her. She pointed me in a direction. She said she knew about a guy. She knew about someone who just took his leap of faith and started his company. And then after that, she pointed me in the direction of Bruce Nix. And in that moment, I felt like I was finally home. There were a few things that I learned in the process, but yeah, I just think that was the start. I started from, super green guy who was just hungry.
Yeah, I got to say this about you though, Cruz. Like, when you first came around, you said it, you were really, really green.
We're gonna talk about some more green moments.
We'll save that for another project. We'll say that for another project.
We can touch a little bit of it.
We will. But I do want to say this, man. You like when I say you were green, like it was like one of those situations where, like you had equipment, like you had a camera or whatever, but didn't necessarily know how to use it. And the one thing that I said was like, just learn your equipment. And what you did, you went to the lab, you studied, you were really hungry, because we've been approached by a lot of people who've come around who, like, we'll see them a couple of times and then they're gone.
Yeah.
But you were very persistent. You were like very hungry and ready and willing to learn. And that's exactly what you did. Like, even when you left and went overseas, you still stayed in contact with us. You were still learning and everything. And when you came back, you were a completely different animal.
Yeah, man. I can remember getting calls early mornings, late nights, and looking at my phone and seeing it said Cruz Johnson. And I'm like, this man in a war zone.
Fighting for his life.
Fighting for his life, fighting to protect other people. And he's calling us saying, hey, man, when I get back home, I'm going to be ready. I'm studying, I'm taking my time. I was like, man, Cruz, look, we're going to be here when you get back, prayerfully. I said, man, you just stay safe.
Right.
You stay prayed up, and we'll see you when you get back, man. Right. Don't worry about none of that stuff right now. Yeah. He would say, no, Mr. Johnny, I'm learning. He used to call me Mr. Johnny.
Hey, man.
Now I got to go get his coffee.
Johnny, you're hilarious. Nah, man, look, one thing about family, they're going to be there and they're going to see you from the beginnings, and they're going to, they're going to be the ones that seen you when you was crawling and you know what you were doing. I wasn't afraid to make a mistake. I wasn't afraid to fall, because that taught me how to really keep going. Some people are embarrassed to take those bumps and sad, and especially now, people are scared to lose, people are scared to fall, but that's the way you're going to get in this business. You're going to fall a couple times. That's how you get back up.
Exactly. And that's one thing, I apply not only to you, but just to my life. And like, I think anyone can apply it. Like, no matter if you fail or whatever mistakes you make, just learn from them and move on. That's life. We all we all make mistakes, and we all do things that, that we're not happy about. But the thing is, you learn from them and you move on. And that's one thing about you. You were always willing to continue to learn and move on. And so now I want to kind of switch up and kind of go to where you are today, man, because like I said, it was like a great shift from, I'm glad Johnny brought that up so that people could just kind of see the beginning.
Yeah, totally.
Leading up to kind of where you are today. I really want to get into your new project that you have, that you worked on, Morning Dew. Can you tell us about Morning Dew and how that all came about?
Yes, for sure. I just felt pain. And, me also being in the military, understanding PTSD, understanding the mental process behind things when it comes to our mental health. I just wanted to get a story that I can use military, because we always think PTSD, first thing we think about is, military situation. And I wanted to compare that military pain to what's happening now with all these mass shootings and after shooters that's happening now, which made me come up with a character named Mike Huffman. This is a guy who was a Desert Storm veteran. He's dealing with different pain in his life, lost his whole family due to him suffering through PTSD. And in that moment, he hears about a mass shooting that happens in Birmingham, which just, sparks it again, sparks all those feelings, bring all those thoughts back that he dealt with when he was in, overseas. You get these multi-layer moments, characters. You start questioning who's really struggling with mental health. Not just Mike. Is it Mike? Is it this guy who's sitting down at the diner? Is it the waitress dealing with her thing? You got everybody who's stressed. And I guess the theme of this story is you can never judge the book by its cover, and because you never know who's really suffering at the end of the day.
Man, we're proud of you, man. That project was a blessing for us to work on, man. And just to see that project come to fruition. I remember the phone calls, man. Hey, I got this project. Yeah. Do you want to help me write it? I said, no. I said, no, you write it. I mean, and the reason I said no is because the way you explained it to me, you were so passionate about it. I could have done it some justice, but I wanted you to be able to tell that story the way you wanted to tell that story. Yeah. I didn't want my influence on the dialogue or anything to be a part of that. I wanted you to write that story, and you did, man. You did an amazing job with that.
Thank you, Johnny, for number one, to allow me to, like you said, man. You said, bro, I ain't writing that, bro. You pick up that pen. That's the same feeling as what Bruce did when he said, pick up that camera. White balance. So you feel me? You're like, pick it up. If you want to do it, go get it. Yeah. And it's always been a part of me to just, all right, let me pick up, let's go.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, speaking of that, man, so what is next for you? What you got coming up?
I'm now launching my company that's going to be the next move. It's Quarter Water Productions, Quarter Water Films. Super excited for that. Morning Dew was definitely like one of those launching pads for me to write. And my next project, Pavement, is going to be something to really shake up the game. I can't wait for y'all to see.
Man, well, hey, look, man, we just want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, bro.
Being a part of, the 515 Real to Real podcast, and we just both want to say that how proud we are of you.
Yes.
To see your growth, to see where you are today, and man, we're both excited to see kind of where you're headed, man.
No, for real, this is an honor to be a part of this team, to be a part of this family. Number one, the growth that we are in and the connections that we're doing here is huge in the community. And this podcast is going to touch so many people. It's going to be able to be a voice for generations of filmmakers that's out there. And so if y'all want to tap into the real to real podcast, is it, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Let's keep going. We got our stories and everything we got to do. Let's do it. You know how we do. Say let's do more. Always.
All right, man. We appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you.
Cruz Johnson, everyone.
And man, next up we got our Take Two segment. This is where the two of us, we just sit here and talk about, some interesting things that we thought that were interesting that we wanted to bring forth to our audience. And so this one actually kind of ties in to our trivia question today.
Okay.
Where we're going to talk about 18 Black directors whose films have made it to the $100 Million Club.
Okay, I think I know a good number of these, but man, let's go through the list, man.
Yeah, man. So at the top of the list, we got F. Gary Gray.
F. Gary Gray, great director. He got to start working in music videos. First film he did was Friday, which is a classic comedy for me.
Definitely.
Love that all-time classic comedy, and The Negotiator, among many other films.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he did NWA.
Yes, he did.
What was the name of it? Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Yeah, man.
Love that film.
Yeah. So then we got Tim Story.
Oh yeah, Tim Story did the Barbershop films. I believe he did the Fantastic Four films as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
yeah.
Now that Barbershop, man, made over $141 million in the box office.
Big time.
Yeah, one of my favorite, Ava DuVernay.
Love her. She's one of my absolute favorites as well.
Yeah.
Selma.
Yeah, definitely. Selma, Alabama Ties, right there.
Alabama Ties.
You know, so then the late, great John Singleton, man.
John Singleton, man. Boys in the Hood. You know, did the Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice.
Shaft.
Yeah.
You know, those are some great films.
And the
man.
outstanding, I know it's not film, but the outstanding TV series Snowfall, man.
Yes,
Absolutely love it.
Big shout outs for that show. That was a great show, man. You know, Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, I mean, so many to name, man, but Spike Lee, legend in the game, man. Malcolm X, She's Gotta Have It, Do the Right Thing. You go through the list, man. Spike Lee is an all-time great.
Now, She Gotta Have It is actually one of my favorites. And then I like the reboot of that one too when they did it on Netflix. That was good. That was
I love
good.
School Days too. School Days.
Oh,
I think
man,
School Days
come
is
on.
probably one of my favorites.
I can't wait till we definitely gonna talk about School
Gotta
Days
talk
on this
about
show.
School
We
Days,
gotta
man.
talk about
Got
it.
to.
So that's that. Antoine Fuqua.
Antoine Fuqua, man, Training Day, and he's currently working on the Michael Jackson biopic, man.
Yeah.
Excited about that.
You know that got pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that. They broke it up into two parts.
Yeah, they're gonna break
man.
it up
That's
into
a
two
huge
parts.
story.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Definitely. The man, the legend, Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Man, Keenan Ivory Wayans, what else can be said about him? The creator of In Living Color, directed the Scary Movie films and franchise. That's where he got his start. Well, I'm sorry, not where he got his start, but that's where he made his $100 million.
Yeah, definitely. Now we got Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins,
Barry
another great
Jenkins.
filmmaker.
Yeah, man.
Moonlight.
He did Lion King.
Did Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah, so great stuff. Lee Daniels.
Lee Daniels, the butler, man.
Yeah, the butler made over $100 million domestically. Stephen Caple Jr.
Stephen Caple Jr. He directed the latest Transformers.
Yeah, the
movie, I
latest
believe.
Rise of the Beast. That was a great one.
He also did
2016.
Creed 2 as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did that one too. Yeah, man. And then you got Peter Ramsey.
Peter Ramsey. He did the Cross the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
And he did Rise of the Guardians as well in 2012.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right,
So
right.
that was a great one. And then last but not least, man, we got the one and only Sidney Poitier.
Sidney
Not
Poitier.
the last, but
Not the last.
Not the last, but Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier.
And what film was it?
Come on, it was
Stir Crazy?
Stir Crazy with
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
There it is.
You know
Gene
that
Wilder.
movie right there. I mean, now to see Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder do films together, man, you had you rolling the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of their films had you rolling the whole time. Now we got Malcolm D. Lee.
Malcolm D. Lee, man. One of my, he has created one of my favorite film franchises in the Best Man series. Everything from the first one, the Best Man Holiday, to the series that they had on Peacock, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Man, just I love those characters, what he was able to do. Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, as well as a number of other films that he's done. Yeah, Girls Trip.
Yeah. You got Kemp Powers.
Yeah.
Kemp Powers did Soul. And then he also co-directed on Across the Spider-Verse. So that was a good one. Clark Johnson.
Clark Johnson
Did SWAT.
Yep.
That was a great movie as well.
That came in what, like 2004?
2003.
2003,
actually.
Okay.
Then you got Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. What else can you say, man? Get Out.
Nope.
You
know, those are some great movies, man.
And excited about him. The new one with Marlon Wayans.
Definitely. We'll mention that one
Yeah,
probably a little
for
bit later in the show.
But
Jordan Peele is somebody that I definitely can see both of us working with. We got some stuff for you.
I can see a number of these directors with us working
definitely,
with.
but I know for sure that I've written some stuff down that I definitely want to work with Jordan Peele on. And then the man of the hour, because right now he's rocking 2025, belongs to Ryan Coogler.
It's his year for sure, man. What he was able to do with Sinners has been remarkable. Of course, you have to mention Fruitvale Station, Creed, and of course Black Panther and what he was able to do with that, along with Wakanda Forever.
That's right.
And especially with under the circumstances they had to deal with for that particular film. I mean, what he was able to do is just phenomenal, man.
Yes.
Outstanding director.
So, man, that's 18 black directors who have made it to the $100 million club, man. So hopefully you all remember the trivia question and you got your answers. We'll come back to that a little bit later on in the show.
Next up on the 515 Real to Real podcast, where we discuss film, television, and all things related to the industry, we have a segment that I'm truly excited about. We'll be going behind the scenes, talking to the creatives behind the camera. Our first guest is a storyteller whose work you've probably seen but didn't even know it. He's worked on some of television's largest franchises, such as the CBS comedy drama God Friend and Me, All Rise, SEAL Team, multiple shows within the NCIS universe, and currently he's working on Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. His award-winning short film, These Final Hours, proves just how much he can captivate an audience in just a short amount of time.
It's our pleasure to introduce an incredible individual who has made a significant impact in our journey. Lionel Coleman is more than just our first guest. He's a friend, a brother, and a trusted advisor. His generosity, wisdom, and unwavering support have meant the world to us, and we're thrilled to have him here to share his experiences and expertise with our audience. As a director, creative, and friend, he embodies the spirit of collaboration and community that we're passionate about.
So here today to talk about his journey, his craft, and what's next, we have our friend, visionary, director, cinematographer, and creative, our friend, Lionel Coleman.
What's going on, Lionel?
What's up, JT? What's up, Bruce? You guys make me sound much bigger and better than I really am. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, we're just telling the truth, man.
Yeah.
We're just telling the truth. That's all we're doing.
So
Well, thank you too very, very much.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
So how are things going with you?
Very good. For me right now, I'm on hiatus. I did 10 episodes the last season, and each episode takes about, I don't know, 24 to 28 days to get done. And, you know, those times take a lot out of you. And right now I'm on hiatus. And during this time, um, in my field, what you try to do as a director, you know, we're all independent contractors. You try to have some of your season lined up before your other seasons end. So for me, I knew going into it that I was going to be returning to Elsbeth. They told me just as I was finishing the season finale that we want to have you back again for the season finale, plus one other episode. So I was very fortunate enough to be returning to that show. I'm also going to be returning for 2 episodes to a show called NCIS Origins. And I'm currently working on trying to get back to whatever Raising Kanan turns out to be. Season 5 will be the 5th and final season. So the thing that I really liked about that particular show was the period that it was taking place in. I was growing up in New York at the time, so the music, the clothes, the cars, even the trouble that one could get into were all very familiar to me. And so I was really trying to track down Sasha Penn because he's the guy that you're going to have to gain the approval of to get an episode. And it took a while, but you know, I stayed on like JT would advise me to do. And we finally got a meeting. And so literally about an hour after that, my agent and manager called me together and said, "Hey, you just booked Raising Kanan." And I was, you know, kind of blown away, but still you don't totally know what it takes to do one of those episodes. So I remember driving back in the van and I'm like, "Hey, you know, David, so what's your pattern budget for this show?" And he says, "You know, usually they want us to stay between like 7 million or 8, but oftentimes like your episode's going to be 10 million. You have a big episode."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh my God." You know, when you look at American fiction, that director was saying, you know, instead of more big budget movies, you know, we should do smaller budget movies, you know, like mine for $10 million. And I'm like, bro, I'm spending that on one episode. And then in the midst of this, really trying like mad to get a documentary project off the ground based on Chief Madera Arredondo. Some know him as Rondo. He has a new book out. He was the former Minneapolis police chief who was in charge during the murder of George Floyd.
Man, that's amazing. That's great. It's always great to hear and see you doing great things, man. You have always been an inspiration to us. You know, the way I fell in love with your work, man, was from God Friended Me. You know, I was a part of that universe and I loved it, and the show was just amazing. And just to meet you, Jess, and to have you become a part of our world and give us insight and give us knowledge. It was amazing. You know, you didn't know me from the man on the moon, but you just took to me. Once you met Bruce and I, you was just like, hey, man, whatever you need, you know, you were there for us. And so we really do appreciate that.
For sure. We've definitely learned a lot working with you, Lionel.
Yeah.
Well, I often hear young people coming up talking about, I can't do this, or this is too difficult, or I won't be able to do this, or how do I do it? And Johnny, you reached out to me on Instagram just as a fan of God Friended Me. And I remember being kind of captivated by your direct messages, and we became Instagram friends. And then you were like, hey, I have a project. My partner and I want to talk to you about it. And I'm thinking to myself, who is this guy? But he's super persistent, but not in a bad way. You know, it was just sort of persistent in a good way. And, you know, manipulating the narrative to where it was more about, hey, I have something that both of us, all three of us can work on. And I vowed, I said, hey, as soon as I'm finished with all this stuff that I'm working on, hit me back. And you did. You were like, hey, you said to hit you back right around this time. So we finally had a conversation. And, you know, you learn quickly, for me anyway, that good ideas come from anywhere, and anyone, and you can't afford to turn a blind eye to it just because we may not be in the same geographical location on the map. So, yeah, you should be giving class to people coming up in this industry that you don't have to live in the shadows of Hollywood in order to be amongst the entertainment industry. So
We're going to get into some questions here that I know we want to know. We
And
want
the
to share
audience
it with
wants to
our
know, of
audience as well. So the first question is, what sparked your interest in filmmaking, and how did you get your start in the industry?
I'm not sure if I ever shared this story with you too or not, but I went to college on a whim. I was in high school, senior, not really sure I was going to even go to college. And I grew up in New York, but the final year and a half of my high school was in San Francisco because my father had moved us out there. So, and at the time, my father was having just some financial, you know, as a family, we are having financial difficulties. And I had left my Catholic school to go to public school to try to help out. So I really wasn't thinking about college because I knew, you know, we couldn't really afford it. And I didn't even know another path to pay for college. But my PE teacher said, hey, you know, you look like a pretty good athlete. You should come and try out for our team. It's at a junior college, City College in San Francisco. And, you know, if you make the team, there's a chance you might be able to earn a scholarship and, you know, pay for a 4-year college. So it intrigued me enough. And I ended up going on and playing football there, and then getting a tuition and book scholarship to go to UC Berkeley. But at the time, I still didn't really know truly what I wanted to do. But I did not love football enough to stick with it. I think I expected immediate gratification without having to do all the work. And as you know, that doesn't really happen in sports or anything really. But so I left school and I got a job as a security guard at a television station in San Francisco. It was the CBS television station. And being at the front desk, I would see cameramen coming in and out all the time. And there was a black cameraman, guy named Joe Smith. And I asked him one time if I could go out and ride with him one day just to see what his job was like. And he said, "Yeah, man, absolutely." And I did it that one day and was absolutely hooked after that. They ended up hiring me to kind of be sort of a gopher, carry all type of guy. I would go out with all the news crews all the time. And that was when I started just developing a love and an eye for visual storytelling. Um, it was physical, it was something new all the time. I then learned how to shoot, um, make pictures, make imagery. And I got enough of a reel together and applied for a job at a small market TV station in Reno and got it and moved to Salinas. After that one, Salinas, California, and then back to San Francisco. And I started as a freelancer back at CBS San Francisco, and then they hired me staff. And then after that, I was rolling, and I thought, oh man, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And about 7 years in, I just started to not want to do it every day. It was the constant travel. I was traveling all over the world. So I started looking for ways out and ended up applying for a job at Nike in Portland, Oregon as a producer director. But the inkling to tell longer stories hit. And I started trying to figure out a way into television and was fortunate enough to find a program at CBS called the Diversity Director Initiative. And they're looking for people of color and females. And if you got into the program, you would shadow on shows. And, at the time, hopefully you'd meet people and meet showrunners and they would take a liking to you. And the first show that I shadowed on was God Friended Me, where I met Brian Winbrandt and Stephen Lillian, who were the creators of the show. And I just had a great time shadowing on the show. I was a fan of the show already. I had seen every episode, and the director at the time, Gregory Smith, who I was shadowing, he would be able to come to me and I'd be able to fill him in on exactly where these characters are at in the story and the show. And so it's sort of just a great experience. And that was a show that I ended up booking based on the success of my shadow. And I shadowed on Hawaii Five-0. I shadowed on a show called FBI and another show called NCIS New Orleans. And I booked NCIS New Orleans right after God Friended Me. And then, from there, it was just tenacity and, you know, utilizing my Johnny Thornton ways of not harassing people, but, staying in their purview.
That's right.
And, that led to other episodes and to more episodes and to meeting more showrunners and, more studio executives. And, your reputation follows you in this business. That's the thing. If you do something somewhere that's good, you'll get a chance to continue working and doing other shows. If you do something somewhere that's bad, all of a sudden it's like your career is in jeopardy. So fortunately, knock on wood, I've just been rolling and continuing to work on other shows and having other opportunities. I have not directed a pilot yet. That's something that I really want to do. And, I still really want to direct, executive produce and direct my own show, something that I create.
Coming soon.
Yes,
That's
definitely coming soon.
Coming soon. It's amazing to me because you sharing that I've never heard that story of how you got your start, but like it's very similar to my path because I got my start in local television as well, and shifted from that. Like I wanted to do more long form storytelling. I'm sorry, getting tongue tied here, but I wanted to do more long form storytelling, and so we got together and we started doing like short films and then started writing our own pilots for like television shows and feature films. And so I love you sharing that because it just lets me know that I think we're all going down the right path.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I want to ask you this, Lionel. So with all that you've done in your career so far, how did that influence your approach to storytelling?
Bruce, you mentioned local news, local television. I still to this day rely on so many things I learned as a news cameraman. Uh, I think that every experience that I have done has shaped the filmmaker that I am today. And, when I hear people who want to get into this business, I think that there'll be a million pathways in. But I think that everything I did in local television, local news, as a commercial director, as a cinematographer, which I still am, and even as an editor, which I still do, these are all things that I take with me and keep in my toolkit so that they can serve me um, to the best of my ability. And they really help to forge, I think, the heightened intensity that I bring to my work and to my episodes still to this day.
That's right.
Yes,
Lionel, let me ask
sir.
you this. As you look back over your career and you think back on all the accomplishments, what are some of the things that you're most proud of?
I think the very first episode of television that I did was God Friended Me. And my wife says, "Hey, we should like screen this, have a screening party." And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So she rented this theater in our neighborhood, and we actually gathered, I don't know, maybe 50 friends to come and watch the episode. And for me, it was a proud moment. I think that we're all constantly evolving as people in our careers. Like Carrie Preston, the star of Elsbeth, posted a picture of her and I together from the season finale and just said nice things about me. Those are the moments there that I guess I'm touched by the most.
Yeah, I mean, I just love your work, man.
Same here, man.
I mean, you're one of my favorite directors, and to have the opportunity to say I know you is it's here, Bruce.
Oh yeah, and
Absolutely.
I mean, it just makes us proud just to be able to say that like we know you and we're seeing your work and we're just seeing how you're growing in this business and industry and just continuing to keep on trucking, man.
Yeah, man. So,
Well, I'm trying, and thank you too very, very much. Your support um, always means a ton to me. And I know that you guys will watch things sometimes, shows that you don't normally watch just because I did it. So I appreciate you.
as far as up and coming directors or people who are trying to break into this industry, what type of advice would you give to someone?
The first thing I would do is have them contact Johnny and Bruce and read their Bible, their playbook, because there's no such thing as no or you can't with you two. For me, I would tell any young filmmaker, obviously be persistent, be driven, but learn how to do everything. Don't specialize in any one thing. I mean, I wanted to be a cinematographer. I wanted to be a feature film cinematographer. It didn't happen, but I was able to pivot. But I think knowledge is power. And if you're doing multiple jobs, um, to me, that will assist you 9 times out of 10 in whatever you're going to do professionally in this business.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I say the same thing about Bruce. When it comes to working on a set, Bruce can do every job that's out there. Now he don't let me hold the camera that often. Now he'll let me hold a boom mic or anything like that. But Bruce can do any and everything on a set. It amazes me. I tell him
agree.
all the time, man, you're gonna have to teach me how to do some of this so I can take some of it off your hands. He only lets me write and produce. Create, that's all the stuff that he lets me do. Everything else, Bruce don't allow me to do it.
It's like, but
Yes.
similar to you, Lionel, I just had to learn like everything. Like I went to every department. I had to learn like everything because like, especially like these days, I think the more you know, it's not like it was back in the day where you can just know this one thing or have this one gift and just be able to make your way or have a career doing that. You have to know everything. And I think that's something that we all can apply and just learn. Just go to every department, learn as much as we can, and just keep that with us on this journey.
No doubt about it. And I've seen, JT, you talk about Bruce. I'll never forget when I watched the little film clip that he cut to serve as sort of like a sizzle reel for Cold Six. And I was like, oh my God, where did you get all of these clips and how did you blend them all together like this? But you know, in addition to his skills as an editor and cinematographer, you know, you can sit there and create a pitch deck too. You know, you go to work in InDesign and Photoshop and, you know, but these are, you know, things that I think a lot of people don't necessarily take the time to do and delve into. So, um, yeah, I am always inspired by others, you know, and like I'll look at you and go, okay, you know, he did that. I want to try to do that too and be better than that, you know. So, but that's just me, and I'll always try to keep evolving. I think, you know, when I worked at Nike, this one marketing guy had in his office this giant sign that said "Innovate or Die," and that's still kind of my method of operation every single time out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lionel, man, we appreciate you being our first guest. Amazing interview, man. You just don't know how much we really appreciate you for doing this.
Yeah. You're truly an inspiration
yes,
to
you are.
us. You know, we truly appreciate your friendship, all your guidance that you've given to us. And, you know, we look forward to, you know, working with you in the future on hopefully
Code
Code
six.
6.
Code
Yeah.
6.
Yes, indeed.
So please
Yes,
stay
indeed.
tuned. Stay tuned for Code 6 coming up. But again, we appreciate you for joining us today, and you know, wish you all the success in the world on everything that's coming up.
Well, thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Johnny. And I love the fact that we have this friendship and this collaboration. And I think that the strikes and COVID probably put a damper on our Cold Six project, but I don't think it's dead. I think that people are going to see that on television, and I look forward to watching all of our names appear at the same time.
That's
That's
right,
right.
man. Same here.
From your lips to God's ears.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So stay tuned because next we have 2 snaps.
All right. Now, this one right here, Bruce, is one of my favorite segments when we were discussing this show. And I said, man, I would love for us to do something that we pay homage to the great and living color
Right.
and men on film.
Right.
Now, you're not going to see us doing no 2 snaps and wearing the little funny hats and things of that nature. But this is what we talk
Never
about, a
that.
movie that we've seen, you know, maybe both of us have seen it or one of us has gone to see something and we want to talk about something different. But this is where we talk about a movie that we liked or possibly didn't like. So first up, Bruce, what you got?
All right. So first off at the top, I got to go with Sinners, man. That's my favorite film of the year so far. Again, what Ryan Coogler was able to do with this film has been phenomenal and outstanding. The symbolism in the film, the cinematography, just everything, the research. Like he did a lot of research in putting this film together, man. And definitely, it gets the 2 snaps from me, man. I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, I love that movie. One of my favorite scenes from Sinners is where they were in the little juke joint.
Oh yeah,
And they were
I think that's my
singing, and
favorite.
all of the different genres of music throughout the years, even going into the future, all played itself
with the
out
one
at
shot,
time.
with the
Yeah.
one shot, the
Yeah.
one camera shot.
And then
man,
when
that's
that camera
phenomenal.
panned out, man, and you saw them all dancing and just doing their thing, depending on their part of the year that they were in, man, that right there really did something to me.
Man, mind blowing, absolutely great, man.
Yeah. Now, for me, man, the film that I saw that I was super excited about seeing was the Final Destination, Bloodline.
Yeah, I know you've been talking about it
Yeah,
for a
man.
while.
So, you know, if you haven't seen either one of these 2 movies, please go and see Sinners and see Final Destination Bloodline. Now, in Final Destination Bloodline, man, they actually take it back to the beginning and show you the origins of how all of this came about, with one lady having a premonition and how all the folks she saved at this in the movie, everything that was dealing with those people in their lives and the families that they brought forth because they were saved, how everything had to go back and be destroyed. Wow. So if you have not seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I wish I could, but if you have not seen it, please go see these 2 movies, man. And that's our 2 snaps for the day.
That's 2 snaps for the day, man.
Yeah, man.
That's 2 snaps for the day.
And coming up next, man, I think we're going to go into our main topic, man.
Talking about our main topic.
Yeah, man. So our main topic of the day is we're going to discuss some films that we are both excited for the rest of this year.
That's right. These are our most anticipated films of the year. So maybe our list will match up. Maybe they won't. Maybe your list will line up with ours, but we'll see. We'll go through it. So Johnny, what do you have off the top?
Man,
what
off the top, man, let me see.
I have to grab my list as well.
Right
Let me
here,
see
brother.
what I have. I got
I
list.
mine right here.
We'll start. We'll go from 10 on down. So what
10 on
do you
down?
have?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even think I put mine in a...
Oh,
you put yours
in order?
from...
I put mine in order.
Oh, okay. Well,
in terms of my level of excitement.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
you don't have to.
well,
but
okay. So
what are your?
So some of my favorite movies that
We'll go start with your number. Well,
okay, in random
particular
order for
order.
me. In random order for me, I'm excited for Now You See Me 3.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a magic man. I like stuff like that. I like sleight of hand and tricking the eyes and things of that nature. And those the first two movies, man, were actually great.
Yeah.
So, to know that they're coming out with a part 3, that is one that I'm so excited to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I you know what? I like the Now You See Me franchise. I love the first movie. The first film was great. For me, a bit of a fall off with the second one. And the trailer for the third one really hasn't quite done it for me.
Uh-huh.
But I'm interested in the franchise, so
Okay.
I'll definitely give it a watch.
All right, what you got? Give me one of yours.
All right, so at my number 10 spot, I have One Spoonful of Chocolate. That's my number 10.
Now that's on my list too.
Like
That's on my list too.
This is a film that you actually mentioned to me.
Yeah.
I had no idea about until Johnny shared it with me, but directed by the RZA, and I think it was written by
RZA too,
as well, and starring Shameik Moore. But once I saw the trailer, that's really what sold me on it. So One Spoonful of Chocolate, and you can once you get into it, you can kind of explain what it's about.
Yeah.
But definitely a film that that's on my top 10 list for this year.
So yeah, man, One Spoonful of Chocolate, or One Spoon of Chocolate, is like you say, starring Shameik Moore. And it's basically about a young man who's coming home from prison, falls in love with this young girl, and now he's, dealing with his ops, basically. He's dealing with his ops, and he has to navigate his way through that while trying to stay on the straight and narrow path, man. So you're going to see a little karate and stuff in this movie, and that was one of the things that really opened it up for me to want to see this movie.
That.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, but knowing Shameik Moore is in this movie and watching him on the Get Down and other things that he's done, man, really, really opened me up to wanting to see this movie. And that's why that movie actually made my list as well. Now, here's another one for you. Jurassic World Rebirth. I am a total fan of everything Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So I would love to be in a Jurassic Park movie, but I'm not a real actor, but I would love to make a cameo.
So would you get killed by the dinosaur?
Man, hey, I'll be the first one. They always say...
Well, Cruz had you getting shot in a film, so you might as well get eaten by a dinosaur.
So I might as well get eaten by a dinosaur. So if you remember the original Jurassic Park, a black man was killed first in that movie. So, we were used to it back then. So, hey, I wouldn't mind getting ate by a dinosaur. Pause. Pause for that one. I'm sorry. No did it. But, I wouldn't mind being a Jurassic Park movie. So what you got next on your list, man?
Surprisingly enough, at number 9, I have Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay.
So we're in line
right
with
there.
that
We
one,
got
man.
2 for 2.
Yeah, with Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali as well.
Mahershala Ali, man, I can't wait till we work with him.
Man, ooh, yeah.
He's at the top of the list. I can't wait to work with him.
He is at the top of the list, man. One of those great actors, man.
Now, for me, here's one, a Jordan Peele movie that's coming out. Jordan Peele and Marlon Wayans, the movie Him.
Man, I'm really excited about that film, man. The previews look so great, and we'll get to see Marlon Wayans in a role that we've not seen him in before. He's mostly known as the comedian, the funny guy, one of the funniest Wayans out there.
Yes, he is.
But he's going to get to show his dramatic chops and kind of get to show a different side of himself. So I'm looking forward to it.
And I think what have me so ready for this movie is watching the trailer, seeing that, it has something to do with football and things of that nature, but it's still not giving you a whole lot.
It's not giving you a lot at all. So you really don't know exactly what the film is about, but the trailer really got me interested in it. So
Yeah.
excited about
So
that.
that's mine. What you got?
Okay, so for my number 8 film, I have The Life of Chuck, starring Tom Hiddleston, filmed here in Alabama.
Filmed here in Alabama.
You know, one of the big, like I'm a big Tom Hiddleston fan. I like his work as well, but I'm really interested in it just because of the fact that it was filmed here in Alabama. So always want to support, films that are shot here locally, and just excited about this film, man.
Yeah. Now, man, another one that I'm excited about, and I wasn't excited for the first one, but once I watched the first one and I saw how good it was, and then I knew that part 2 was coming out.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Wicked. I want to see Wicked Part 2. I
Okay.
want to see it.
Not mad at that one, man.
Yeah.
The reviews were great on Wicked, and it did very well at the box office. So looking forward to that one as well.
Definitely. What you got?
All right, for number 7, I'm excited about The Ballerina, man.
Oh, man, come on.
I really
Wick
am.
universe?
The John Wick universe, and knowing that Keanu Reeves is going to be in it as John Wick, and it's not just a cameo, but he's actually in the film.
Yes.
That got me excited, man.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to The Ballerina, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a great one,
All
man.
things John Wick, I'm all for.
Oh, yes. Now, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay.
It's coming out.
A remake.
Yeah. Well, it's a remake.
So is it still in the
It's still
same?
in that same vein of the other films. So
So it's connected.
yeah, it's definitely
Oh, okay.
connected.
I didn't-
It's definitely
did not
connected.
know
So
that.
yeah. So I'm excited for that film. I'm not a huge. Would you consider this a horror film?
I mean, it's considered a horror film just as much as Scream is to me.
Okay, well,
And Scream was not, I mean,
yeah,
technically it was a horror film, but it wasn't a horror film.
yeah. So okay, well,
It was a
technically,
slasher. It was a slasher film.
A slasher
That's what I
film.
consider it.
So I'm excited for it. So yeah, that's that one. What
Okay.
you got?
So at number 6 on my list, I have One Battle After Another. And if you don't know anything about that, it's a Paul Thomas Anderson film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, and Tiana Taylor, man.
Man, now that's a crazy cast.
It's a great cast, man. I'm a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio, and also love director Paul Thomas Anderson's work. So I'm really excited about that film,
Yeah,
man.
that's going to be a great one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great one.
And it'll be cool to see Regina Hall in a different kind of
Yeah.
role as well.
Definitely. Now, Superman made my list. You can never go wrong with Superman as a character.
You can't.
But they have to do Superman right.
Right.
They have to do Superman right. And from watching the trailers, to me, it seemed like they've gotten it right.
Right.
They've gotten it right.
We'll see, man. That's another one I'm excited about, man.
You're a huge Superman fan.
I'm
right?
a huge Superman fan, so I'm excited to see what James Gunn's gonna do with it, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's going to be great.
All right. So next up on my list, you mentioned it earlier, but Jordan Peele, him.
Yeah.
Marlon Wayans again with Marlon Wayans. So that's at my number 5 spot.
Okay. Weapons. Weapons is a film about a group of kids who all disappear at the same time, except for one little kid in the school. So.
Oh yeah, I remember us talking about that.
So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see that. Now they are saying that could possibly be the biggest horror film of the summer.
Wow.
So or the year possibly.
Okay.
So I'm ready to see that one as well and see what it does. And the reason being, I think because they say it was possibility of being the largest one of the summertime or even possibly of the year, next to Sinners, I'm like, hold on. If you're going to say that, then it's going to have to be great because, again, Sinners, number 1 movie of the year for me.
But one thing about Sinners,
everything.
though, is it really a horror? Because it was so many different genres wrapped into one.
True.
It really was.
really
I
was.
think you can't even really place it in a genre.
Hmm.
I mean, because if you think about it, the first half of the film, you're thinking it's like something similar to The Color Purple.
True.
And then the second half, it turns into something completely different.
That's right.
But I mean, it could be considered a musical. It's so many different things going on in Sinners, man. So this, again, shout out to Ryan Coogler because it's a phenomenal film.
Now, this one right here, man, I'm excited and possibly sad all at the same time because it could be the last time we see this director and this actor working together. And it is the highest to lowest film. Spike Lee and Denzel Washington. Man.
Big time.
You know, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, man. Well. These two have done some classic films together. Malcolm X.
Yes.
As well as a number of other films, man. So shout out to Spike Lee and Denzel. You just did 2 in a row, man.
I did.
You did 2 in a row.
Man, I'm sorry. I was excited.
Me. You was excited, man.
I skipped you. I was excited. I was looking at the list and I saw it there, and I just went on and got it. So come on, give us 2.
It's all good. So I did at my number 5 spot. I did him, Jordan Peele. So at number 4, I actually have Avatar: Fire and Ash. I'm always excited about what James Cameron can do with these films, man. It just blows my mind, and it's amazing to see what he does. Like, it's like he always ups the bar every time with each of these films. So I'm excited about that one. What are your thoughts on Avatar?
Actually, Avatar is the number 1 on my list. Since
wow.
I didn't give them to you in any particular order, but Avatar was the number 1 on my list, man. Just knowing the Avatar universe, the first movie, and then making us wait half a lifetime.
Basically, yeah.
half a lifetime for the second one to come out, man. I'm excited that it's not taking forever to get a third installment to the Avatar. I mentioned this movie to my son the other day, and he said, "What Avatar? The Last Airbender?" I said, "No, sir. No, sir." I said, "I'm talking real Avatar." So I'm excited for it, man. I'm truly excited for it. And
question for you, though.
Yes.
Do you know why it took him so long between the first one and the second one?
What was it?
So the main reason that James Cameron had to wait to produce the second one is for technology to catch up.
So
that he could film what he had in mind for that particular film.
Wow.
Man.
And it took
he had to wait for the technology to catch up.
Man, that's crazy.
It is crazy. He thinks that far ahead.
Yeah. Man,
that's amazing.
Crazy. So, and one thing that I did learn about this movie, I think it's going to have to make at least $2 billion in order for it to even, be considered a hit.
So here's the thing about the Avatar franchise. It's not whether it will make $1 billion. The question is whether it will make $2 billion. And I think $1 billion, that's easy. They're making $1 billion in their sleep.
Yeah.
But the question is whether they'll make $2 billion or more.
Yeah.
I mean, because the first 2, I think, are ranked number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, number 1
something
and
like
2,
that.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah.
In terms of earnings for a film.
So to see a movie make $2 billion,
right?
That's going to be crazy.
Right.
That's going to be crazy.
If it's not 1 and 2, I think the original Avatar is number 1, and maybe the Avengers or something is number 2. I can't remember. It's something like that.
We'll check it.
Endgame. It's one of the Avengers movies or something. Yeah.
So you got in. That's my list.
That's your whole list. So let me go through the rest of mine. So coming up at number 3, I have Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Man, I'm a fan.
I'll say this. I grew up reading like the Fantastic Four comic books and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a big fan of like the films. I liked a lot of the actors that were in the films, but not really a big fan of the Fantastic Four franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But under the Marvel umbrella, I'll be interested to see kind of what they can do with it. And then, with everything that's been going on with Marvel, especially since Endgame, they've had a lot of hits and misses. So,
oh yeah.
We'll see. Coming off the heels of Thunderbolts, which didn't quite perform, the way that they were. I'm sure they were hoping for. It'll be interesting to see where they go going forward. I don't think it has to make $1 billion or anything. I think it just has to be good.
Yeah.
Especially going forward, if it's going to move this story forward that they're trying to tell. Yeah. So interested in that.
Yeah, Marvel gonna have to step it up
for sure. And then at my number 2, you have it on your list as well. I have Highest to Lowest with Denzel and Spike Lee.
Okay. Again,
there's nothing that we can say more than what everyone else has already stated about this duo and the work that they've done. The legendary Spike Lee and Denzel Washington, one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yes.
Super excited about that. And then at my number 1.
What you got?
Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. I got the Man of Steel himself, Superman. That's my number 1 film. Like you said earlier, man, I've always been like a huge Superman fan. That was another one I used to grow up reading the comics, used to watch all the cartoons and TV shows, everything Superman related. I was all about it. You know, so super excited about it. Trying to really want to see where James Gunn is taking Superman in this universe. I think me and you have talked about this in the past, and you know, we both stated that Christopher Reeves was our all-time
#1
favorite
Superman, man.
Superman.
#1.
He really embodied what that character is all about.
Yes.
I did like what Henry Cavill as Superman. I just think they did him disservice to the character. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother segment.
Definitely,
But
definitely.
Superman is. But I love Henry Cavill. But yeah, excited to see what David Corensway can do with this role and where they go with the franchise, man.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about that Superman movie, man. You know, I can sit at home and watch every Superman movie, especially the ones that Christopher Reeves did.
Oh man, the first two are like two of the greatest
Yes.
comic book films of all time,
And then,
in my opinion.
And then to see the one with Richard Pryor in it, man, that was so
It
funny.
was definitely a change
It
of
was
tone
funny.
for the franchise.
It was very funny.
A tone change for the franchise, but you know, it was cool.
So that's our favorite films that we're ready to see for the rest of this year. Hopefully our list matched up with some of the things that you wanted to see, and you probably heard some movies that were coming out that you did not know. So if you get a chance, go check those out as well. Now,
yeah, and send us your list. If you like agreed with some of our picks, or maybe you didn't, but send us your list and let us know what you think. And we'll have an email for you to email us at the end of the show.
yeah, that's right. So back to our trivia question of the day.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
So you made me change it up a little bit.
Okay.
So what actor made his directorial debut and that film made $100 million, made it to the $100 million club?
It's like, I think I know the answer to this question, but it could be multiple choice.
Well,
But I'm gonna say Michael B. Jordan for Creed 3, but it could also be Jordan Peele.
It could be Jordan Peele because he's an actor as well, but we're not talking about Jordan Peele right now with this question. My answer was Michael B. Jordan. That was my answer. So the answer to today's trivia question is Michael B. Jordan, even though it could have been Jordan Peele or anybody else. But today's answer is Michael B. Jordan.
Well, if y'all got it right, here you go. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Maybe in show 2, show 3 or whatever, then we'll give you a t-shirt.
Once we get
like
some
that.
money, we'll start giving out some prizes and all that kind of stuff. But we ain't got no money right now, so we're trying to get it.
Yes, we trying to get it. But man, hey, this next segment is actually, I think, my favorite segment.
Okay.
It's our Be Kind Rewind segment.
Be Kind Rewind.
Be Kind Rewind videos a la carte.
Be Kind Rewind is where we both decided to go and take a movie or something that a movie, TV show, or whatever that we liked from back in the day and discuss it. So today's movie that we were going to be discussing is going to be Coming to America.
Coming to America, man.
That's my favorite comedy.
That's my favorite comedy as well, man.
But hey,
definitely at the top of my list, man.
Definitely top of the list. But before we get into talking about the film, I got something for you.
What you got?
I come bearing gifts today.
You come bearing gifts
I come
today.
bearing gifts.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go into my gift bag,
Okay.
which is over here.
Okay.
And I got you a gift.
Okay.
And I got myself a gift as well.
Okay, what's the gift?
Man, hey, you're going to have to open it up and see.
Okay, I'm about to open it
See,
up.
look, I even wrote your name.
All right, my name is on
His
it.
name is on there. Now,
Yeah.
I wrote my name on my box too, so we didn't get them mixed
Okay.
up. But I don't wrap, so we didn't wrap it up.
Okay.
So open it up and show the people
All
what
right,
you got, man.
Let's see what we have.
I'm gonna open mine up too.
Let's see what we have.
Yeah. Yes.
The King of Zamunda.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Coming
These
to
are-
America.
That's right, brother. Coming to America, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The King of Zamunda.
Yes.
Yes.
Man. So
All time.
I said, man,
Yes.
it'll be fun to get
Thank you,
something
brother.
for Bruce. I
Yeah.
started to get you a coffee mug
Yeah.
or whatever because I know you like your coffee mugs. But
You know
then
it.
I said, let me get some t-shirts.
Man, I love it, man.
So man, yeah, man.
Like I said, one of my all-time favorite films, man. Eddie Murphy was definitely in his bag with this
Yes.
film, man. The entire cast, a lot of people got their start in this film. Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it. Sam Jackson, Louis Anderson.
Yes,
just
man.
so many.
So many.
Mary
people, man.
Sinclair. You can go
Yes.
through the Eric LaSalle. You can go down the list, man.
You can go down the list, man. I believe that this is probably the first movie that I ever learned all the words to.
Same here, man. I know every line from beginning to end, every beat, all the songs, all the music, everything. Yeah.
Speaking of songs,
Mm-hmm.
if you ever need me to come and sing at your wedding, I do a great OR.
He does weddings, bar mitzvahs.
I
He
do
does it all.
I do it all. And matter of fact, we're gonna put up that picture of me dressed up as OR. You'll see it. It should be up on your screen somewhere right about now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me.
Weddings and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, but
this is him.
Wedding and bar mitzvah, that's me. But Bruce, I did some research when we were talking about this movie, and I learned something about you that I did not know.
Okay.
That happened when you were in college.
Okay.
On the Hill at Alabama A&M.
And where you get this information from?
I can't give you my sources, brother. I'm a reporter. I'm a journalist.
So wait, what you hear?
So
First of all,
I heard that in one of your classes you had to act out a scene.
Okay.
And you chose to act out a scene from Coming to America. So can you give us a little bit, explain to us the scene and then give us a little bit?
Wow, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So at A&M, man, I was a communications major, whatever, with a concentration in video production. But I had to take some acting classes, right? So I think it was like my second semester taking acting or whatever. And we all had to do like these scenes from films or whatever.
Okay.
And so everybody's going through theirs, you know, you see some people doing like Love Jones, or, you know, whatever, you know, all kinds of different scenes. So I was like, man, what can I do? And so I chose to do a scene from Coming to America. And the scene that I chose to do was Reverend Brown at the Miss Black Awareness pageant.
Hey, man, praise the Lord. Come on, give us a little bit of it, man.
But let me set it up, though. So I don't know how you got this information, but so what I did, man, I got a partner of mine that was in the class as well. I said, hey, man, I need you to sit in the crowd or whatever, and then when I say certain lines, just go with it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, say the line. You'll know what to say whenever I get to it.
Okay.
And then there were two girls that were in the class as well, and I said, hey, I need you guys to just come up on stage. I didn't tell them what they were doing. I just said, just come up on stage, and whatever I tell you to do, please just do it. I'm not going to do nothing crazy. Just come up on stage. And
I'm going to sit back and wait for this one.
And so I get up, and they go on the stage, and then I put on this bad wig, right? And so I just completely morph into Reverend Brown, and then I just kind of walk up on the stage, and then I just bust into it. I ain't come here to preach to you today, but you know why? When I look at these contestants for the Miss Black Awareness pageant, I feel good. I feel good because I know there's a God somewhere. There's a God somewhere. Then I said, turn around for me, ladies, please. They turned around. Then I said, you know there's a God who sits on high and looks down low. Man can't make it like this. Larry Flint, Hugh Hefner, they can take the picture, but they can't make it. Only God above, the Hugh Hefner on high, can make it for you. If you're sick, you can call his name. Say, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord. Do you love him? Yes. Do you love him? Yes. Do you say joy? Joy. Say joy. Joy. Can I get a amen? Amen. Don't be ashamed to call his name. Only God can get that woman the kind of joy she had right there. Make a joyful noise into the name.
I am very happy to be here. Man, that's what's up, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Great job, bro. I never knew you had acting chops like that, man.
Well, you know what? I don't know what you come to do, but I come to praise the name. Lord. Then I told him, girls, you can leave now. Thank you very much. There's a God somewhere.
Man, that's what's up, bro.
I don't know how you found that out, but wow.
I'm going to tell you, now, one of my favorite parts
Yeah.
of this movie, and again, it was a Reverend Brown part.
Man.
Reverend Brown had some great parts in this movie,
The
man.
best parts, man.
Yeah, so this
Best
was at
part.
it was at the party at Cleo's house.
Yes.
And it's when Cleo had just announced that his daughter had just got engaged.
Yep.
And Reverend Brown is standing there. Reverend Brown said, amen. He was like,
Praise the Lord.
I want you and that young man to
Tie
tie
that
that
knot.
knot. I'm going to pray for you.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand. Yes.
because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes, he helped Daniel get out the lion's den, and he helped Gideon get off the island. Lord,
I want to talk to you now.
that
know
is
the whole
one-
movie,
that
man.
is one of my favorite parts of that movie.
Yes,
man.
it is, man. It is.
I cannot believe, man,
How they kept a straight
how
face.
they kept a straight face throughout that entire movie.
There's so many scenes,
You
man.
know,
I have no idea how they were able to keep a straight face.
And I've
'Cause I was-
seen some interviews
Yeah.
that they talked about when they were on set and things of that nature. But I could not.
No, I would have, man, they'd have kicked me off the set.
Man,
They'd have kicked
quick,
me off the
fast,
set.
and in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean,
Quick, fast,
between,
and in a hurry.
Arsenio and Eddie, I mean, even the barbershop,
Man, come on.
man, I'm
Mike
like,
T. Sharp.
yeah, Mike T. Sharp by the barbershop, man. I
Man.
mean, there is no way I would have been able to keep a straight face.
Now,
Some of those-
when they were talking about the boxing scene, and he said, "What about Rocky Marciano?"
Fucking Marciano, yeah.
He said,
That's right. That's right. He did whoop Joe Louis, you know. But
Man, he said every time
Yeah.
a black man started talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out there. That's they won. That's they won. Man, so
classic, man, classic.
classic movie, man. You can never go
Yeah.
wrong with that
This
movie.
is beautiful. What is it? Velvet?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I kid you not.
yeah.
He said, I'm looking for my son, a king. He said, who?
Kunta.
Kunta. You know, Kunta upstairs, the boy upstairs. Oh, yeah, the boy's from Africa.
Yeah.
Man.
Or even, man, and we cannot not talk about
Come on.
Jackson Heights' own
Randy.
Mr. Randy Watson. Yes, Randy Watson.
Yeah,
Man,
and
Eddie
while
Murphy.
And while we're on the part of Randy Watson, why don't y'all give it up for my band?
Oh, they play so fine, don't you agree?
Man, come on.
Play so fine.
Chocolate,
Section
boy.
chocolate. Section
boy.
chocolate.
Boy, come on. When they taking up the donations. Donations. Man, I thought it was trash. So,
I mean,
I mean,
love the movie.
That movie is my all-time favorite
good.
comedy
That was
movie.
good.
Yeah, good and terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Good and terrible. So, I mean, man, you can never go wrong with that movie.
You can't, man.
You can
All
never
time
go wrong with
classic.
that movie, man. So that's an all-time classic. And that's some of the things that you'll see when we do our Be Kind Rewind.
I rewind.
We're going to talk about some of our favorite movies. It may be comedy. It may be drama. It may be action. Whatever it may be. But, we'll probably act some of it out depending. I'll get some more information on some of other things that
was
Bruce
it.
has done.
That was it.
Don't worry about it. I'll dig deep.
That
I'll
was
find
it.
something else.
That was
I'll
it.
find
That's a deep
something.
cut right there.
No, I'll find something else that
That's
you
a
have
deep cut.
done. And you're going to have to do it for our guests here.
Nah.
You're going to have to do it for our
That was a one and only. That was it.
That was one and only.
I ain't getting no more.
Man, what you think about the T-shirt?
Man, I love the T-shirt, man. Appreciate it. I'm, like I said, huge Coming to America fan. So this is all me. Love this, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
This is a great shirt. We're gonna have to wear them one time.
That's right. And if y'all need Johnny to sing, get y'all's She's Your Queen to
That's
Be
right. I
as
can.
your beautiful wife.
That's right.
Or Queen to Be is walking down the aisle.
I can do it.
Please hit him up.
Hit me up.
Again, here's the picture on the screen.
Yeah,
Just call him, man. He's ready and willing.
I am ready and willing.
That's right. That's right. Man, well, first of all, we would like to thank you guys for joining us on the first episode of the 515 Real to Real podcast.
Here we
man.
go, man.
This has been so amazing. I've had a lot of fun today talking to Cruz, talking to Lionel, going through these segments, talking about our favorite movies and, our most anticipated movies.
Yeah.
And just all things film and television, man. This has truly been an experience, and I'm excited to see what we got.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to be doing this show with you.
Same here, man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for our audience to get to know us.
That's right.
And to have fun with us. And we want to hear back from you. We want your feedback. We want your input. We want you to rate the show, rate this first episode. And all of our social media, our email address, everything will be posted up on the screen.
So how can they reach us?
Man, hey, you can reach us on Instagram. You can reach us on Facebook, here on YouTube, a few other places. All the information will be up there on the screen. So please join us again for another episode of the 515 Real to Real podcast.
So as Johnny said, that's it for the 515 Real to Real podcast. But if you guys have any questions or if you have any topics that you'd like for us to discuss, please email us at the email below. And, again, follow us on all of our handles.
Social media. That's
Yeah,
right,
on
man.
social media.
Oh, wait a minute. A man walks into a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
A man sits down, he has a bowl of soup.
Okay.
He calls the waiter over, he said, waiter, taste the soup.
Uh-huh.
The waiter says, what's wrong with the soup?
What's wrong?
He said, just taste the soup. He said, what's wrong with the soup? Is the soup too hot? He said, just taste the soup. He said, what's wrong with the soup? Is the soup too cold? He said, no, just taste the soup. He said, okay, where's the spoon?
Aha. Aha.
What do you know you funny? All right, man.
Thank
We
y'all.
enjoyed y'all, man. See you later. See you next time. Peace.